Hi, Andrew here. And it's not all successes, you know. I mean, these last couple videos wherein I've talked about a little things that I'm doing with my boys to try and continue to help set them up for success, especially as my oldest gets closer and closer to university and moving away from me. Oh, the bugger's the cute little, he's moving out soon, damn it! I'm gonna lose my oldest, I'm gonna lose my man, my little man, Dad's big guy. If you followed me back in September, you know how much that depressed me. But anyway, it's not been all successes. One of the things that we do as a family is physical activities. We are a bit of a water family. I love to kayak and I paddleboard and I swim and splash around and we play catch in the lake and all of that sort of stuff. My wife loves to paddleboard and will kayak and so on. Kid one seems to have come to really enjoy paddleboarding, and he took Mummy out last weekend and they had a lovely long paddle on the boards. And after, when I asked him how it went, he said, "It was lovely. I really enjoyed it." Well, did you tell her? Yes. You should tell her again. I'm not sure he really told her. And he went out and keep in mind, this is a soon to be 16-year-old. Mom, that was lovely. I really enjoyed that. We should do it again. And he gave her a hug. Sometimes I wonder if there's something wrong with him. A 16-year-old boy voluntarily saying nice things to his mother and father and giving us hugs and wanting to spend more time with us. I'm either doing something really right or really wrong. Not sure yet which. Anyway, kid two is the reverse. Kid one, paddleboarding guy, kind of like his mommy. Kid two loves the kayak, will do the paddleboard, kind of like his daddy. Kid three, he just wants to get out and throw a line in the water and catch him some fish and go swimming and on and on. So we love being around the water. We love doing this stuff. We take long walks. We hike in the conservation areas around here. But one thing that I thought we needed to do was push it a little bit, because it's summer, the weather can get a little sticky, the attractions of first screens and then books. Only my little guy wants to be outside running around all the time. But my teenagers, not so much. Well, kid one was on track, did track this year. So at least, I mean, he was out running and doing more physical activity. And kid two, well, his school's 2 or 3 kilometers away and he bikes to school. So he was out doing stuff. But the last 3 weeks, I've been trying to get stuff organized. We've got a vacation coming up. And the last 2 weeks, I had been planning to take them out and jogging, but I hadn't yet. And we went out today. And we were going the shortest jog we could, literally the smallest around the block in our neighborhood we could. Less than a mile, 1.25 kilometers. We were less than halfway, and kid one was sucking wind. And kid two was hacking and coughing up a lung. Kid three and daddy were ready to go because we're outside and exercising all the time. But the other two, after only 3 weeks of couch potatoism, it's not there. Like I jogged home with kid one, unlocked the door so he could go get his Gatorade, and jogged a 1/4 kilometer or more back to get the others who were gasping. And this is where, in spite of what I see on their report cards, in spite of what I see them doing with their cursive writing and their French studies and their poetry studies and all of this stuff that we do, this is where I'm falling down. I don't remember which Greek philosopher I read who stated it, was Socrates or Aristotle, talked about a strong mind in a strong body. I would add a strong spirit to that, but that's a subject of another video. But I have always agreed with that. Now, in large measure, I have agreed with that. Although I was in denial, I subconsciously knew something was wrong with me and I needed to exercise. I kept the body strong because doing so allowed me to handle the stresses of what I later learned was clinical depression and ADHD. Were clinical depression and ADHD? Anyway, I've always been strong, fit, healthy, at least until the covidiotic fascism of blackface and fat bastard Ford, where, you know, we couldn't do anything, and I sunk into a deep, 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 nasty spiral, and I'm out of it at the moment, so don't worry about that. Affirmations daily help, and exercise daily helps tremendously. But what I haven't been doing is pushing my boys hard enough. Well, that ended today, and we'll be pushing a little harder to make sure that they have a strong mind in a strong body. And that's the next part of my goal for the rest of the summer. We've got 7 weeks or so until they go back to school, and I got to make sure that they're back to exercising and loving it, or at least putting up with it. I don't know if they'll ever love it like I do. Little guy does anyway. He's a third son, I'm a third son. What the heck, right? At any rate, thank you very much for watching. That was my time. Now it's your time. And in the meantime, take care, and you'll see me soon.